eventually. Okay, I have to move extras into this. So, this is round one. Who one versus one. Who's going to take the ball up? Who the fuck knows? This is CBT versus M2. CTB being Rio, M2 being the Rama, which I just forget the fucking name. API team. Anyway, let's see how this goes. It's not going too well. Because Rio, very well, only played last game. Also, thank you very much for this. We shouldn't have got what's the line of the game. Okay, is that any better? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. CTB only rolled a 3-1. What are you going to do with this? He doesn't have much he can use. He can't play any of his monsters, and none of his monsters are new. What do you mean voice is so quiet? You'd like it to be super fucking loud like this? Oh, you're taking the piss. His CTB really got Darkbringer in his deck. Anyway, let's try this again. Don't even know what's happening in this match. I've just kind of lost it because they just kind of rushed into it. Didn't let me prepare. Anyway, let's try this again. So, M2 has sent out the threatening Gill check, which is really quite close to Rio at the moment. Can CTB keep it away? Oh, it could do. Anyway, the Claw has been defeated. KP is experienced farming. Kind of a bad move to put that Claw there by CTB, I think. However, if CTB can roll high and bring out the Merlin, maybe he can turn this around. That is indeed a Darkbringer card that you see. I honestly hope that CTB will not bring it out, because honestly, that's unfair. Don't know how this is going to go. With 5, is CTB going to play the Merlin? Let's find out. He has decided to bring out the Merlin, so the Darkbringer is staying away. The Merlin's probably going to be quite good against the Gill check, because obviously the Merlin's got 6, and the Gill check's got 6. But with M2 having 4 defense, maybe he can stop it. Technically, yes, this allows sniping, but I would hope the players are actually good enough. There will be some minor delay, probably about like 5 seconds or something. M2 rolls a 6-6. What's he going to do with this? He can do quite a lot of moves right now. He's got Gilchick in the corner to boost his Gilchick. I don't know how to pronounce them. Forget about it. Okay, I'm actually the worst commentator in the world. Let's see, M2 is thinking of moving his Sinnoh. Where is he? Ah, he's moved the Sinnoh closer to Rio, but he's still going to use the opportunity to do some damage on the ladder minion. The Gilchick's attacking the Merlin, the Sinnoh's attacking the Dominion. With Gilchick's high rank Slayer, the Gilchick can kill the Merlin in 2 turns, but will it get the chance to do so? And of course the version, don't forget that large minion has HP Harbour, so the Sinnoh's in a bad situation, that's what it's called. Okay, to be fair, the games move way too fast to actually commentate on them, which kind of sounds weird because the game actually moves quite slowly, but it's hard to think of something to say. With a heavy slash of Rio and a 5 in attack, I'd say that Gilchick is a goner. The large minion can obviously... Oh, yep, that Gilchick is a goner. But who knows, maybe M2 has the defense card to stop it. That being said though, the Gilchick is definitely gone next turn. Not the worst idea. The only problem is, CTB can now play the Darkbringer. But is he going to get the amount to be able to do it? Sacrificing the Guild Chick was actually a good move, as now if M2 rolls high enough he can bring out something new without just delaying things. Only one defense on KC though. Oh, interesting. Plays Mind Brightness instead of bringing out a monster. Chances are he didn't have anything. And unfortunately, the Sinnoh can't use attack cards. But it can close the distance between Rio and itself. Now in a bit of danger, especially with Mind Brightness in play. And unfortunately, Rio only rolls a 3, so there's not much that Rio can do at the moment. What will they do? Delete Mind Brightness, quite clever, makes it a lot less risky. And also got them about half an experience back, can't complain with that. Oh, and the Guild Chick goes off, giving the Sinnoh bait 2 AP, making it a lot more threatening. Still quite easy to defend though, because it only has 2 AP. But if lucky, KC can do some major damage. That's very true. KC is getting a lot of high dice, while CTB is getting very low. CTB is probably not in disadvantage just yet though, even though he only has the ladder minion out. The Sinnoh Beat by itself is not a very strong card. As you can see, it's only doing 2 damage and easily blocked by Avert. Oh, with Witch in play, Rio gets a few more opportunities, but still low dice with only 3-2. Is he going to bring out a Pal Shark, or is he going to use Rio to attack? And he's moved to the move phase. Looks like he's moving the larger minion to attack the Sinnoh Beat on a future turn. Well, in the meantime, trying to kill the Sinnoh Beat with a Lock 3. Which was very good because it blocked the Machine Guard on M2, so the Sinnoh Beat is dead. That is +3 experience for Rio. Closer to that dice bonus that they need. And now with M2 with no monsters, he's no longer in advantage. Can he bring this around with a high dice roll? And he rolls high just like before, a 6-4, but what does he have in his hand? I'm too lazy to look, but let's see what he summons. And of course, Rio's kind of pissed off that we're always rolling low, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. And yet another Sinnoh Beat, even though he's just gotten rid of one. I'm guessing he'll use it to attack Rio. And Rio doesn't actually have any defense to stop the attack. So, 2 damage against Rio. Don't forget, Sinnoh Beat's got double strike, so if it manages to get a move in, it can do some serious damage. Only 1 AP though, so kind of needs the help, which obviously Rio stopped. And Rio rolls a 4-2, the 6 is just never coming for that Darkbringer. The Darkbringer can turn the match around, but it's not a good idea to rely on it, as you can see. Will Rio bring out the Claw, or will it just move the larger minion? Oh, the Ragrappy Plus comes out for extra experience after death. There we go. A lock 3 against the Sinnoh to guarantee the kill against the machine guard. Very clever. And there's the dice +1, which will help Rio get the 6th of the Dark Bringer that he needs. And oh, look at it this time. M2 has Rogue Law with only a 3-1. Not many options there. And Recon comes out, arguably one of the better one costs since it has a 360 degree range. You know what I mean? Rio is scared. 1 damage against a story character. M2 is still in advantage, but is it going to stay that way? Let's see what Rio's going to roll. Another low roll? No. There's the 7, but he's got too much on the board to summon the Dark Bringer because it's a 6 cost. And Large Minion in Red Rappy is 4. Claw comes out right next to KC, giving Rio the opportunity to do some good damage. And with only 1 defense, KC probably cannot defend against it. Oh, and he decides not to bother. Instead, just attacking the Recon with both the Brag Rappy and the Larger Minion. Seems like he actually did plan to use the Claw. Question of the day. Is my commentary the worst thing ever? Be honest, it probably is. And only a 1 defense on M2 again. What a disaster. But he's probably still holding on to the machine guard. This is the first time I'm commenting like this. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm just saying bullshit. I'm always in the matches, so it's not the same thing. Oh, a slash against the Claw. That's free experience for KC. With his experience bonus closer to the word. That is the word. The dice +1. So Rio does have a couple of monsters out, but they are quite close to him, which means it's going to be difficult to do damage against KC, unless he can summon another monster, like Hell Shark. However, he's rolled low once again. Now, Reg Rappy Plus isn't the worst, it's quite weak by itself, but once it dies it gives you 4 extra experience, which is great in a 1v1, since it's only 12 experience to get a dice bonus. And yet, KC defends with the 1 cost of Earth against the Reg Rappy Plus. What a shame. And Rio still holds onto the Dark Bringer, but is this a good idea? Who knows? Too many enemies on the board, and he takes 1 precious hand slot. And KC rolls a 6 again, but only 1 defense, so he's going to find it very difficult to defend against whatever Rio comes to get up against next. And then yet another Sinnoh beat. However, without anything like Mind Brightness or AP Assist, they're not too great, so I wonder what his plan is. And then there is a Rico box to zone, so that the Reg Rappy and Ladwing have trouble approaching KC. But it seems that KC has spawned a little... never mind. He did spawn a little too much as he couldn't use a Sinnoh against Rio, so he goes against the Rappy. Still not dead though. But to be fair, this is probably better anyway, because as soon as there's enough, like, as soon as enough monsters get killed by Rio, the Dark Ringer's coming out, and then it's all on KC. And Rio rolls high, 7-4, but again, too much summoning slots used to bring out the Dark Bringer. Looks like Rio's going to attack the Sinnoh and also the Rico box with the Larger Minion. Larger Minion's great because it halves the HP of anything it attacks and rounds up that damage, and you cannot defend against it. So then that's a lot of damage to do with no recourse. And oh, it seems that M2 do not have any defense. And then there goes the Sinnoh. What a shame. But, you know, more experience for Rio. Oh, 1 damage against a story character. No matter how much damage you do against the main unit, it's always worth it. Even if it's just 1. And M2 rolls low, unfortunately. With a 3-1, there's probably not a lot he can do. See, he's thinking, but what's it going to be? And he's decided not to summon anything. Looks like he's just going to go straight for the Rappy in front of him. And he does, with quite a large attack as well. Let's see how much he rolls. Can the guard stop it? The answer is yes, he got a +1. So he only did 3 damage. Unfortunate. With 1 defense on Casey, he probably cannot defend against the Ragrappy in his face unless he dumps his hand. And then maybe he'll get something like Avert or Dodge. And there goes a 6-5 for Rio, rolling quite well now with the dice bonus. Ah, Inheritance. He wants Casey to kill his stuff. Ooh, oh, and he has an Avert to stop most of the damage, so only 1 against KC instead of the 6. Quite clever, he held on to that. There's never such thing as enough experience in episode 3. More dice is always good. Oh, and Casey rolls quite high with a 5 in attack and 5 in defense. You've got nothing to summon though, so what's his plan going to be? Moving away quite smart, stops the 2 costs from being spawned right in front of you. Attacking the Rappy. Not a bad idea actually, he doesn't want to kill it straight away, as if he kills it on the spot, Rio gets 8 experience and definitely another dice bonus. So he just wants to get it down a little bit until Inheritance wears off. With 5 defense up, he can probably defend against whatever Rio throws against him. Rio rolls a 5-3. Still relying on the somewhat bad monsters to be fair, but let's see what happens. Looks like he's going after the Recall Box, worth getting rid of. The Recall Box makes everything around it only move 1 tile at a time, so not really what you want next to you. It looks like M2 is considering whether he wants the Recall Box or not. He could definitely defend against it with a Machine Guard. Realistically, he should probably let it go for the experience, which he has done. Wait. Hold on. Never mind, Inheritance doesn't work on the other team. I'm an idiot. So he didn't get any experience, what a shame. However, with the Recall Box gone, this gives Casey more space to summon other things, which he has decided to do with the Recon. Now he's going to try and go for some direct damage against Rio. But is he going to make it when Rio has a guard? Probably not. Personally, if I was Rio, I would have used TP defense, because then the larger minion would have taken no damage, but Pressure of the tournament match, most likely. However, it is possible that Rio wants the large minion to die. Then he gets the summoning slot to bring out Darbringer. Looking at this, looks like he just wants to kill the Recon and do a bit of damage to KC. Heavy Slash on the Rappy in front of KC for a total of 5 damage, but will KC defend against it? Let's find out. And 2 dice bonus to Rio, especially good for getting that Darkbringer out. Oh, but KC's only got 1 defense, so he cannot do anything. 5 damage against a story character is a huge push forward. KC rolls a 4-3 with no monsters out still. What's he got up his sleeve? And a Gilchick in the corner. When a Gilchick explodes after 8 turns, it gives all the active characters on your team an extra 1 attack power. The question is, what's it going to give an attack power to when there's nothing on the field? Find out next turn. Now, Inheritance has worn off, so it's a good idea for the Rappy now to get rid of it. It will still give Rio 4 experience. 4 experience is still good. Now, TP defense didn't work in this space because it doesn't block attack cards. So KC had the 2 AP, Flash had the 2 AP, TP defense swapped AP and TP, but not on the Slash card, so 3 damage. Hmm, 8 on Rio, but still can't bring out the Darkbringer. He's really waiting on that. And honestly, he's probably moving all his stuff so that he can hopefully get killed by KC. KC rolls the highest 6/6, yet he hasn't brought out another monster, the Gilchick, to boost. Maybe he's got nothing on hand, so he's just going to have to delay. However, this does give the Gilchick more time to explode. So like, the monster comes out and then the Gilchick explodes, but if KC rolls low enough on the next turns, maybe that won't happen. And 8-3 on Rio, very high roll. The thing with moving the large minion closer to KC is that large minions cannot attack story characters, so it's literally just to get it killed. However, it seems Rio is thinking of killing the Gilchick with the large minion. Will it get there in time? Large minion does have 4 moves, but the Gilchick's probably going to explode sooner than that. 6-6 on KC, hopefully he brings something out. There are no monsters on the field, not a lot he can do. And it's yet still no monsters, so whatever's in his hand is clearly not good enough for him to bring out at the moment. But with no monsters on the field, there's nothing he can do. So, yet another stall. And 8-4 on Rio, giving him full control of whatever he wants to do, which is probably going to be moving closer to the Gilchick. like so. It's next to it now. Next turn it gets hit. But with the larger minion taking 2 turns to kill the guild check, since it can only do half HP, it's probably not going to manage it. AC rolls 5-3, enough to summon something good, but will he? Or does he have anything? Yet he doesn't summon anything, so clearly not. He must have some trick up his sleeve. What could it be? Find out in probably 10 turns. Ah, I see. He has moved the guild chip closer to the larger minion, and he's now using Knockout on the larger minion. Knockout puts the whole status on it. However, unfortunately, CTB has cancelled, so he has stopped it. Normally the hold status will stop the larger minion from moving, attacking, or defending for a turn, but it just got resisted by cancel, which blocks any sort of status attack. Although I think personally, if I was playing Rio right now, I would have let the large minion get held, then maybe die. Then I'll be able to play Darkbringer, which in my opinion should probably be banned because it's overpowered as shit. And at 5-5 on Rio, what's he going to do? He can attack the guild chip, but he won't be able to kill it since the large minion can only do half HP. As you can see, 1 HP. But I think the guild chip's going to explode next turn, but it explodes after 8 turns. But I might be wrong, it might be the next one. It's not like I've been counting. I don't count. I can't count. What comes after 1? 3? Oh, never mind, there it goes. But unfortunately, nothing to boost. Casey rolls a 6 with an empty board. What's his plan? His plan's a Sinnoh Beat, which he probably could have brought out like 3 turns earlier. But maybe it was to lure the larger minion away, which is actually quite clever when you think about it. And Casey, he's moving to kill the larger minion. But with 5 defense on Rio. What the character's name for a second. Oh, interesting. All he's done is moved into position. He isn't doing anything. Is it a bad idea? Let's find out. And Rio rolls a 7-4 but still can't summon Darkbringer. What's the plan going to be? The larger minion cannot do damage against story characters, so it's going to be just killing the Sinnoh Beat for some extra experience type of thing. 3 comes out to stop defense. However, normally you would be able to use Revenge, can't use it against story characters though. And there's some extra experience for Rio, almost to dice plus 3. And Casey rolls a 5, but doesn't have any tools to summon anything. So he's probably just going to attack the larger minion with Ground Slay. Little does he know though, this is going to cause problems for him very quickly. Because, without a doubt, he's going to play Darkbringer. Oh, and when Rio does play the Darkbringer, I am 100... Oh, never... Oh, no, it's coming out now. I'm going to, I'm just gonna, like, boo him, because Darkbringer is cheap and bad, so... Very important. So, you're probably wondering why Darkbringer is overpowered. It has shitloads of HP, 7 AP,
4 move, it has haste, which means it doesn't cost anything to make it move. It grows AP every single time it destroys something, and it has slash range. That's just a little overpowered, but let's see. Casey has rolled 6. Maybe he has some tools to get rid of the Darkbringer, something knockout like he had before. But let's find out. Ooh, a Soul Dominion. Considering the position of the Soul Dominion, it seems like Casey might be trying to go for a kill on Rio, rather than dealing with the Darkbringer. Problem is the Darkbringer is 4 move and can outrun anything. And an 8-7 for Rio. Fortunately, the Darkbringer can get in range of KC, which I'm sure Rio's going to figure out. Yep, like so. Unfortunately, Casey has to save his defense for the Darkbringer, and he's probably very well aware of this. He has weakness, so he can stop all the damage from the Darkbringer. Probably that is what he's going to do. There it is, weakness. Nullifies all attack power of all field characters and story characters it's used against. Very powerful card. For some reason you can use it against techniques, but it doesn't do anything if you use it against techniques. So, what does Casey have with his CTB with his Darkbringer? He's rolled a 6-6, so he has quite a lot of options available to him. And here is the Guild Chip, which always attacks the enemy without fail. If you get attacked by a Guild Chip, you cannot defend. The drawback is that it can only move 1 space at a time, and it cannot use action cards. But it seems like the plan is going to be to whistle the Darkbringer down. Unfortunately, with haste on Bringer, no matter how much you box the Darkbringer in, it's going to catch up to you. And of course, the overpowered Dice +2 gives Rio every single opportunity to close the distance. But why bother? Just attack everything. Of course, the Darkbringer has run away from the Guild Check. Because the Guild Check can only move 1 space, it can attack it next turn. So, if he uses Revenge on the Sinnoh Beat, he might actually be able to stop it. Problem, of course. The Darkbringer lives, unfortunately. The 50% roll on Revenge did not roll. Unfortunately, Casey's in a very bad position now, with only 4 HP and a Darkbringer right in his face. Another 6, but does he have anything up his sleeve? I doubt it personally. Oh, Revenge is definitely 50%. It does feel like it doesn't work a lot, but I have actually looked at the card itself in the game files, and it's definitely 50%. It just never works when you want it to. That's the way I see it. He's moved KC away, but unfortunately it doesn't quite work as well as he'd probably like. Because unfortunately the Bringer has haste, but it won't be able to attack him next turn. It's actually quite good. Because next turn it would need to travel 5 tiles to be able to attack KC. Yeah, another high roll on Rio. isn't looking good for KC. And it looks like Rio's just going to kill the Guild Chick and the Sinnoh Beat standing in their way, which is fair. Now, if I was Casey, I would save the Guild Chick, but I could do damage to the Darkbringer next turn. And this is exactly what he has decided to do. Fortunately, the Darkbringer now has 9 attack power. Very scarier. Honestly, after this match, I might just nerf the Darkbringer straight away. Like, without waiting for any sort of rebalance patch, I might just do it anyway. And 4 damage to the Darkbringer, getting it down slowly, but probably not enough. Wait, how the hell did it miss? I'm actually not sure how that missed. Oh, Rio has Ransom up, which is an assist card, which blocks all damage using your experience. Because Rio has about 30 experience, he can tank a lot of physical damage right now. Yeah, M2 doesn't realise why I did nothing. It was Ransom. Like so. Now, Ransom has run out, so Casey can proceed to do damage, but is he going to get the ability to? Let's find out. And there goes one Sinnoh Beat, giving an extra 1 AP to the Darkbringer. Not a busted card at all. Looks like Casey's in a very bad position. Can he turn this round? In my opinion, probably not. And considering he didn't summon anything, he probably also thinks the same. And Casey runs away from the Darkbringer. Smart move, to be fair. Unfortunately, the Guild Chick can only move 1 squirt, so there's no way for it to attack the Darkbringer. All it will do is get it in range to die. And a 6-4, but some of these slots are still full, so not a lot he can do. But of course, he can bring the Rappy closer, which is going to heavy slash for sure. And obviously, because the Darkbringer has haste, he can move it close to KC without spending any points. Looks like KC has no defense. Rest in peace, KC, and he has surrendered. Congratulations to CTB, who is 1 further to get the gold disc cup. And I'm just going to get unceremoniously booted out because, you know, that's just how it is. I don't see results. Anyway, that was a fun match, kind of. I'll be honest, the Darkbringer kind of ruined it because Darkbringer is basically an instant win button. So I'm going to nerf that like tomorrow probably. Oh, and M2 just like rage quit. Well, what can we do about that? Anyway, thanks for watching. If there are other matches, I may also stream them, and I'm sure my commentary is grating and annoying, but I hope you enjoyed it, and make sure you also play episode 3 yourself. Just go to raggle.org to find out how to connect. See you later.